So let's see, where's you go, all right. Let's get rolling. I'm gonna do I'll just do the back and show you a little bit more where it's wider. And then we'll get, you guys to come in, but what we'll do, we'll start pulling that tape before we get done, just so we can get it up easier. But, so this roller, you know, right now is loaded with the clear stuff, but it won't take long to get the pigmented loaded. But, so now that we got a bigger floor, what I want to do is pour about, you know, that much in there. Not a ton, just enough to not cover the top of the roller, but get it good and wet. You want it wet and loaded. Ooh, this is tight down here.
Yeah.
And so if you saw right there, I dripped as it came out. Shit.
Got it?
There we go.
I can take it if you want.
Yep, we'll go over. And then back. And then like right now, I'm just gonna hit those little spots that I dripped on and kind of slide that out of the way. Shit. Heck, my roller's just a little bit too long. So, and I'll do my W. And you see, I keep kind of pulling it back just a little bit. You know, that helps us kind of get a thinner coat or more coverage. Right. I'll go back and do my second.
And that'll have that non-slip.
Yep.
Added
Yep.
part C or whatever.
Yep. Now I'll do my last kind of feathering coat. Actually, I don't know if you can see it, that little drip right there. See that little drip? That's what I was talking about, right? There it's a little darker. That's what you kind of watch for. I just probably rolling a little too fast. And you see the other drips now coming. But you can just kind of roll them over. Someone else, man, I'm just going to try to pull this tape here.
Which one?
While I can get to it.
Yeah, wow. You need custom made guys.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, I'm almost there. Otter.
These are great for
Thank you. I got her.
You want the whole thing out or just?
no, not
Just to right there. Yep, you can just leave that.
Good for
Just lean this. Okay, so somebody wants to jump in and do some rolling. See what it feels like. I'm lazy. I just bent over. That's so much work I have to do this afternoon. Get it moving. I go, so you can kind of see about what one roller gets you, right? So what I do, you want to get it there. That way, if you drip, you're dripping just where you're going to roll over.
Yep.
So get it down in and kind of stir it up good. There you go. Get it good and and you can really mix her, and have it, you know, pretty loaded. Yeah, and just bring it out and go half and half, and you're rolling. I'd go side to side first, because it just helps you spread it out. Just do one roll over, one roll back. Just helps even it out. It's not crucial that you do it. There you go, and now you can start with your W's. And what I do, so right now too, is you can kind of just like this back with your foot or whatever, get it out of your way. Looking good. And then if you need to, I just have that roller scrunched down so short, you know, for underneath the thing. You can extend it if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot, I always sound like a broken record, and you always laugh. Young people don't know what I'm talking about when I say broken record.
So you have
But I just like to
what do you call it?
always
Here,
just make sure you get everything covered, right?
You
That's
have
kind of the key. You don't want to have to come back just because of a little triangle. That's when you go over it twice, you're kind of ensuring that you're not going to do
Thinner
that.
stuff like this, and that's the regular diamonds will take off. We got some products called shredders that take off the thin coat.
How's it feel? Nice, it rolls nice,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mine is a,
That's why I just dig.
or
Okay, we have diamonds for that.
I dig it.
I've seen that.
So
So I was wondering, do you have the easy to pull that up? Are you easy to do?
We have two and we
That's
have
where-
three. Sometimes
okay.
there's three, sometimes there's two. Some have backup bars, some don't, some have like.
There,
around this
just make it
one.
easier to
Clean
grab.
up the scratch from the
Cool, thanks.
Because I just literally ordered.
We'll probably say it's a line down the road and then we'll get-
Yeah.
I'd say, you know what? I'm just gonna pull this on there. I think that's probably gonna get you out of the way. And that's the other nice thing about the HTS is, you know what, kind of like outputting, when you get near the end,
Yeah, that's why it's
and you got, you know, 20, 30 more feet to go, you're like, shit, I'm out. You can really stretch this, which is nice. I mean, if you have to, you gotta open another kit, but because thin is better, you can, I mean, Travis and I were doing it is a 5,000. Yeah, yep, this is the urethane. Yep, you can, yep. And we got this. Yep.
That's what you're doing right there, right?
Yeah, solid color. You know, just depends. For a thin system like this, it's very durable.
Okay.
It works so nice, just, you know, using a pigmented primer like this. You know you're gonna get full hide. If you're gonna go with just pigmented over a clear primer, until we have the new hide chart with a new pigment, I don't wanna promise that you're gonna get a good hide with it. But my seat of the pants and my testing tells me that it gets a really good, it does get a really good hide. But you're putting on a primer, I like putting a little tint in anyway, just to help. I was at a job and they didn't want to do a primer. And I said, oh, okay, we'll put on a 6 mil base coat, tinted base coat. Well, the concrete was pretty thirsty, and it just didn't get a good enough hide that if we would have had any primer or a tinted primer, we would have been good. So in that case, we were going to put a clear HTS over the top of it the next day, but all we did is we put a pigmented coat over the next day, and it worked, but it wasn't exactly what the plan was.
So this is good, like, when they ask you to do like a solid color, you know how it's kind of, I see what they just want to do like epoxy base.
Yeah.
So it's need like a solid color.
Sure.
This is better, right?
This is better because epoxy is good and hard and protective, but it scratches easy. Or I should say easier than urethane. Going with the urethane